Hey, my name's Robert Bogues, and I am actively in recovery. The clearest point I like to try and get across to people is the progression of addiction. My progression of addiction started right around 5th grade using alcohol, and then it was weed. All through my teen years, LSD, pot, alcohol were kind of like the staples of my diet until I got into cocaine around 17 years old. The first time I did cocaine, I didn't get paranoid. I thought I was having fun, but progressively, year after year after year, the paranoia level went up. At the age of 20, I decided to give it all up and quit drug dealing, and I took off to California. During the LA riots, I filmed a lot of stuff. I drove a taxi cab, and the lifestyle of everything I was involved in was really where I started to learn a lot of street level education. The people that frequented my cabs were LA Crips and Hispanic gang members and pimps and prostitutes. Those were my friends, and I started filming them and speaking tough love to them, and I ended up selling that to a TV show called Hard Copy.
Tonight, you'll see the America that needs fixing.
Hi, my name's Robert Bogues, and I've been driving a cab for about 3-4 years here in LA.
You can watch those episodes, and even though I was hypocritical, talking tough love, get off the streets, but still on the side, I'm snorting crystal meth and I'm snorting heroin, and I was looking really bad, so they fired me. Within a year of getting canned from Hard Copy, I was living on the streets of Hollywood for about 2 years. I begged for change for food and drugs. That's all I did from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep. I walked the streets, I ate out of trash, and I talked to myself. I went to prison. I stole a car from a woman and went on a high-speed chase using a toy gun. So I went to prison for armed robbery, carjacking, and the 4th-degree fleeing and eluding. I ended up doing 5 years altogether and still hadn't learned about recovery. When I got out of prison, I didn't want to use. I had been clean for 5 years, and I had a backache because I was working so hard, and I took a low-grade opiate pill. And that right there triggered my brain and told my brain, reminded my brain everything I had loved about addictions 5 years prior. And 2 days later, I was back to shooting heroin, and that run lasted 10 or 11 years till I went to rehab. It was my last suicide attempt, which I took 96 Xanax, and I shot a gram of heroin. I came to 3 days later, and I was like, all right, well, maybe there is a God. First of all, I had to stay absolutely 100% clean of all minor mood-altering substances, meaning no Suboxone, no pot, nothing. I started going to meetings. I did 6 to 10 meetings a week for the first 3 years. I had service work to humble myself. A 12-step program is the only thing that worked for me. Everything in my life started to change. I started to want to live. My life is a 24-hour party. That's the way I look at it. I enjoy every minute of every day. I have gratitude for everybody I come in contact with. It's crazy, man. I've got this love for life now that I've never had before. I never knew before. And let me tell you something, guys. I am not special. I'm not different than you. I'm not different than the common addict or the guy laying in the gutter, because that was me at one time. I'm no different. You've got the same possibilities as I do. But there's an inner joy, a love of relationships between people, of service work, selfless acts of service, of helping one another that fill your inside and change who you are. That, my friends, is recovery.